I wanted to just identify the pattern. There's a super interesting chain of events that arises from these number systems. One is everything starts unified. Everything comes from one place originally. That's why all these religions are monotheistic. Two, at some point, there's a division. The division typically isn't good and bad, but it's identification of oneself. Once you identify yourself, you realize there's something other than oneself. The pattern in three is super interesting. It's movement. Once someone identifies there's something other than themselves, they start moving. They choose to make actions either towards the betterment of the other thing or themselves, typically. And then 4 and 5 are very interesting based on what we talked about in the last video. 4, structure arrives because you learn your lesson and therefore learn a reinforced action or to stop an action. And 5, typically, in these letter systems, is when the spirit enters. So what spirits, based on the patterns and decisions in that movement, are you conjuring up? And then 6 is just the connection. When spirit enters, you're going to make a connection. You're either going to reject that connection or you're going to accept the connection, but there's going to be a connection with spirit. And then spark 7, which is inner struggle in the mapping of these two systems. And the reason spirit comes to you before struggle is because it knows you need it. And the cool thing is after your struggle comes an inner awareness. You learn something. You gain something from your struggle. And in doing that, you're able to complete a cycle. And that brings you to 9, which is the end of the line. These come from old systems, and it's where a lot of people get things from. So what these systems tell us is vibration, breath, speech is equal to creation. And that's the magic.